Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Thought I'd say hello a few too many times. I am behind the camera today. Oh, sorry, see me with my coffee down. I'm behind the camera today because I wanted to share a unboxing of a gift that I wanted to tell a quick little story about and literally unbox it like while we're on camera today. So I've not had the opportunity to do this in such a way so I'm figuring this out as we go. This is a deck that I cut last night. I'm just super proud of it and love how after taking the borders off, the vibrancy of the cards just pop. So yeah, I'm just, still envious and in love. But anyway, that's not what this is about. It's not about that deck. It is about this one. So this is a set of cards that that I've seen a little bit about online and in my little normal tarot group. And there's been some interesting messages and interesting talk about it. And so it's kind of cool. And I really wanted to share this experience of opening it because the experience that I had acquiring it happened completely by accident, because I was at my little Tuesday morning little classical tarot class, and one of the ladies there said that this deck came in and this image reminded her of me, and I thought that was so endearing. So it was so endearing that I had to buy the deck. It's like, okay, you totally just sold me. You pulled on all my heartstrings, so I'm gonna buy it. And luckily the price wasn't too terrible at all, so it's right there. So I figured that's perfectly cool. And this imagery I found to be quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to opening this up and seeing how it looks and see how it reads. If it reads, I don't know if I'm going to read with it. We're just going to see how this goes. So let's see, one, if I can even get in here. Oop. That'll work. But yeah, has anybody, I see that got a couple people in here today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have any of you seen these sets of cards before? Ooh. As I'm trying to get into them. I would totally love to know who's here. Oh, thank you. I know I do my own nails. Since starting to work from home, I've not felt comfortable spending the mass amounts of money on my nails like I normally do. So I've gone back to doing my own nails. And I used to be a nail tech back in the days. Yeah, I did nails professionally in the state of Nebraska. I have that license. But yeah, this is the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sterle, looks like. My wife let me know that this is a Canadian artist, but I don't know much else past that. So that's kind of intriguing. I love that this is such a hard stock box. Like so many decks are tuck boxes that this is nice that it's in a rigid container. Oh, what is this? What is this? Actually, can I get into it? I will get in. Okay. Get it out, get it out, get it out. There we go. This is a nice little tuck box. I love it. Not tuck box. I love this. Hi, Denise, Cassandra, Makita. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming out. Hopefully I'm not talking too loudly. If I am, just take the... Ooh, what is that? Light at the Crossroads. Let's see what this is. You're from Georgia, darling. Never been. The furthest south I've lived in was Arkansas, which is where I'm from originally. I think this is cool that it's such a massive cardstock. So to me, that's like first thing is that the cardstock is pretty substantial. If the size of the whole deck is this large, that makes me happy. Oops. Because if I can grab my other set of cards real quick as a point of comparison. Let's see. Here's what these. So it's thicker. This cardstock is thicker than the one below it. So that's kind of fun. I like that it's about standard tarot card size. If anybody has seen the standard Rider-Waite, let's see, hold on, let's not lose, stay, there you go. So this is my little bag that I keep this deck in. This deck is a deck that my mother got me when I was 14, because I was doing stuff that made her nervous. So this is like the standard Rider-Waite deck that we've all seen. We all know what that looks like. But that's the cliche back. So it's like if we compare front to back, let's get rid of these. If we compare front to back, they look about very close to the same size. Yeah, that's cool. Woohoo! Chicago! Queens. I like this back. It's different than that. So that's a much, much older deck. So take a look at the front. What is this? You're a badass. Being full of love, life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find your path to your best self. Oh, yeah. I was just telling somebody I was a badass. Okay, so let's see what these are. I like this. I'm a bit of a card snob, so I'm actually looking forward to this because I have standards. It's interesting that it's glossy. I prefer textured cards, personally. Borders aren't that bad. I like that it kind of blends in with the card itself. And I like that the card itself is a bit dense. It's not as flimsy as like my standard Rider-Waite. So you may not be able to see the thickness of that at all. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see something like that on camera. Anyway, so this is the Fool. I love that it's a modern take on it. So the color palette is brighter, more saturated, I guess. So it's like a, it's interesting. So, the Magician, that's the title box cover. She's cute. I love that she's Black Lady. She has all her elements, all her stuff. Ooh. High Priestess. Ooh, look at them boots. I love her headband. I love that she's got her. Oh, can I have that? Oh, I want that ensemble. I also like that she's a bit curvy. Like, she doesn't look like she's Miss Stick Figure. I love that she has a little bit of shape to her. Huh. Still got them pomegranates in the back, y'all. I just learned or relearned that the High Priestess is about what'd you call it? Actually, I don't even know how to describe it in a succinct way, but this is the pillar of severity. This is the pillar of mercy, and she is sitting directly in between them as the seeker and as the holder of knowledge. So I love that she is on the computer. And she is the closest to the veil. So she's sitting like really, really close. She's like the thing in between here and now, and here and the future, here and what's away. So I kind of love that she's, excuse me, right there. That's kind of freaking cool. Miss Empress. I like that they don't depict her as pregnant in this one, because a lot of them, they do. I just learned that this card is specific for Venus, and they have her wearing lemons instead of, oh my god. Okay, so they have her in lemons instead of pomegranates, and I wonder if this is like a remake on like Beyonce when she did her crown and lemonade and all that stuff. So that just makes me exceedingly happy. I wonder what's up this background though, so I'll totally have to look and maybe compare notes. I love that the Emperor is very Aries. Has an Ankh. That's not classic for him, I don't think. I have to look back at him. And also that he looks like a she. That's kind of badass. Kind of like corporate badass. I love that. The Hierophant. Ooh, look at them tattoos. What? She knows everything. Huh. Keys that are at her feet. Looks like she's been through some things, because that ensemble is a little tattered. Huh. I'd love to do some more research, and I'm wondering about these pillars again. Do some research on what she is. The Lovers. Usually these are facing forward, so that's an interesting take. On this particular card, the angel is usually looking over them. So yeah, I'll have to compare this to the other card and see how this relates. Chariot. I don't plan to like go through each of them, but this is definitely the majors. It's kind of cool. I love that she has a wand. It's like motorcyclist magic. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay. Hermit. Oh, yeah, put the computer away. It's time for self. The Wheel. Them lessons, yo. Justice. Hanged One. So not the Hangman. I like that we switched that up a little bit, the Hanged One. So this card, if this ever comes up for you in a reading, this is all about, or to me, it's all about surrender and like stop efforting and let go and just like what is will be, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. There is not a whole lot you can do about it. Just let go. Death card. This is never about literal death. It's always about transformation. And maybe more of the death of what was into the birth of what is. Ooh, Temperance. I love that she has one foot in the water. Yep. Her heart. Oh, I love this little flowers. This is interesting. Like, I've seen some interesting devil cards, but I've never seen it as the character is depicted away from. Actually, I have. It's in the vice versa deck, where I think you're looking at the characters from behind. So that's interesting. What? As I'm losing them. Tower. That is that not morbid or what? She's naked. I love it. I love anything that kind of embraces femininity. See, normally this character, her foot is on top of the water instead of in the water, so I appreciate that it's in the water, not so weird. And then that bird is like sitting on this tree, so I appreciate this take on it. Let's see, the moon. Ooh, oh, that is a cool effect. I've not seen it depicted this way, but that's very, very close to what I would think the moon should be. This is my wife's favorite card. So it's that feeling all the time. And the red banner of like passion, energy, life, vivation. Just happy. What else? Judgment. Can I say again how I love that it's not just stick figures? Huh. More nudity. Yeah, this card I'm personally struggling with this card, but that's a personal issue, not anything else. So I'll try to be quick with this part because I know it's just for funs. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Oh, I'm loving this. Very cool. I plan to use this deck for more, I guess, modern situations, more current reality instead of like past or looking into past stuff. So maybe like future. Oh, I love this. What? Nope, she's beating him back with a stick, y'all. Got that speed. I love that she's depicted as a fighter instead of defeated, like in the standard Rider-Waite. So that's awesome. I love that she's got it. She doesn't look like she's about to drop anything. She's got it. It's heavy, but she's got it. And then Page of Wands. Usually the page is all about beginning, newness, apprentice kind of thing. Knight of Wands. This is the most... No, not this one. It's another card. Oh, I love this. Kitty. So Queen of Wands is one of my favorite cards. She's all about intuition. I love that she has that black cat. Oh my god, she has vitiligo. That is... I love that I'm seeing this right now. Yeah, King of Wands. I love that this is this whole deck female? That is fucking amazing. Excuse the Frenchies. That is bleeding amazing. Ace of Cups. Emotions. Oh, friends. Party. I like the ladies. I like the hymn. Over it. That is so of this card too. And the problem usually is that she's so focused on this that she's ignoring the fact that this card or that cup is even there. So it's like, hello, someone's trying to offer you help and you're ignoring it, or you can't see it, or you're so focused on this that you can't see that. Usually it's you're so focused on that phone that you can't see your gifts. So yeah, 5 of Cups. focused on that. You're missing the fact that you have 2 over here. Is that the Golden Gate Bridge? What? Or New York Bridge? Is that New York? That would be a great question. Like, someone needs to answer that one for me. Is that San Francisco or New York? I think that's New York. Because it's not the classic New York skyline, which is shifted for obvious reasons. But I'm wondering if that's New York now. 6 of Cups. Oh, that's endearing. And that's like... So now I have a question. Like, do they know each other? Like, is that an adult giving candy to a child? Or maybe is that part of the question of, like, there's a 6 of Cups? That's a good question. I need to figure that out now. Like, what is this situation? What is the relationship here? Like, do I need to be concerned about the fact this adult is giving a child a cup full of something, and that kid kind of looks like, what? What? She doesn't look menacing, but I don't know. Let's figure it out. Fantasies, daydreams. Yeah, wanting all the things. I love it. Hi, thanks so much for joining. I'm just doing a show and tell on this deck that I just got today. Yeah, leaving journeys, going. This card is interesting to me because it's always depicting how you're leaving what was and going into what is. So you're making a traverse. You're traveling. You're shifting. She is sitting pretty in front of her cups. I love this. What? Okay, so this is the first time I've ever seen, so this is very like a family, a very get-together kind of card. This is the first time I've ever seen a same-sex representation in this visual of tarot cards. And I'm pretty sure they're out there because I've seen the gay tarot, but it's male-based. So seeing this as a same-sex family with a little girl and I'm assuming white children or white child. That is kind of freaking cool. That's so cool. Page of Cups. Yeah, that's about accurate. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups generally has that face too. Kind of like, meh, I'm over it. Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's about what I understand her to be. Ooh. I'm gonna wife this one. All right. Ace of Swords. Skin tone. I love that she's curvy. Making decisions. Being decisive or indecisive. Oy. Yeah, that's about accurate. The cool thing is that if this one ever shows up reverse for you, it's like those swords are falling out. And you can start actually healing some of those wounds. That's interesting. It doesn't usually show up like this. It's close to this, but not completely. So that is not actually menacing. It's more of this image where it's like she's taking a break. She's resting. It's more to that instead of like this balancing over your face kind of thing. This is classically, yeah, what it's supposed to be. This is kind of like the 2 of Swords that was just there a minute ago. It was just described to me as... I have to check my notes. She had a beautiful way of saying it. Is there a reason the Queen of Cups has a tulip type rim? Ooh, let me see if I can find her real quick and look at her. Queen of Cups, where are you? Queen of Cups. Tulip. Queen of Cups. Yeah, it is kind of tulipy, isn't it? Huh. I wouldn't be surprised if there was sort of some symbolism of that in here, but let me take a look at my standard Queen of Cups, see if I can find her quickly, and if I can't, then I'll move on. So I know that the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck has a lot of symbolism in it, like stuff that I didn't necessarily think was a symbol or was a meaning, like even the, like for example, let me grab a third. For example, like this yellow in itself has a meaning attached to it. This blue in itself has a meaning attached to it. This gray in itself has a meaning attached to it. And I'm often floored at the little aspects of things that are there. So yeah, that was just like you can see, it's the male and the female, it's the 2 children. So seeing a same-sex couple was awesome. Okay, so this is the standard. the way it looks. And so I'm sure that that cup in itself has a meaning attached to it, because you don't put that kind of detail into something and not have it. I'll totally have to do some research on this and see if maybe even the book has some explanation as to why that tulip shape was chosen, if there was a reason. So I'll have to dig into that and see if maybe Cassandra can provide you an answer to that question later on. So thank you for bringing that up. That was fun. I have to dig into it. I know we were talking about this one, but we'll just keep it going. Yep, moving on. Oh, I met a woman that looked just like that the other day at my event. So the funny thing is that this one is depicting a thief. So she doesn't look necessarily menacing though. So I wonder what's going on. I have to look that one up too. See, like these color combinations are chosen deliberately. So it just makes you think. This is one of those cards that I like because it has like a multi I guess appearance to it, where it's like a lot of people look at it and think that she's being bound, think she's in hostage mode, but that's not necessarily the case. I personally like to think of her as like her own personal savior, because there's so much that she can do. She can just stand there with her eyes blindfolded, just fine. She can also like maybe wiggle her way out. We don't know if there's a knot there. We don't know if she can back into the sword and kind of cut herself free. We don't know if she can just walk away. So there's so much in this card that, there's so much in this card. So this card is usually heartbreaking and it's kind of sad, but it's the stuff that kind of keeps you up at night, and guilt is a big one here. This is the card that I've been seeing a lot of. So it's the Ten of Swords. What is this? Oh, the box said something about this. Yeah, that was cool. I really wanted that depiction right here. Everything is fine. Because I felt that was accurate. So accurate for this card. It's when it's like complete annihilation. You are done. Everything is done. You're kind of over it, but you are still right there. It's like you're still kind of abusing yourself almost. So it's like you've broken up, he's moved on, yet you're still Facebook stalking him and you're pulling on all your pain strings. Like, how often do we do that? Oh my goodness. So the Page of Swords. Oh, she's so young. She looks so nervous. This is the overzealous. That's interesting though, that this horse is depicted in a downward motion. Usually it's, no, I think it is. I thought it was depicted upright, like going. That's what I thought. Anyway, I'll double check. Queen of Swords. I had her pull up for me in a reading today. Ooh, look at her boots. I love her boots. Anyway, she showed up for me in a reading today reversed. It was kind of like a note to watch my wayward words as they happen sometimes. King of Swords. Ugh, I'm digging this. Pentacles. I love those nails. Yep, indecision, indecisiveness sometimes. See, this is interesting because I usually look at this card as like a work. I guess it could be creative work or labors of love or creative efforts. Study. Methodical study. So I guess that would make sense. Four of Pentacles. This one's usually like fear-based greed. That's kind of how I think of this one. Oh, yeah. Five of Pentacles. Usually these two are depicted in a really kind of sad situation. But that help is right on the other side of that door or wall. Like all they have to do is just go inside. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Usually this is like her giving, or this character giving this person money. So I appreciate that this is gifts. So that's like sharing the wealth, sharing gifts. This one is waiting for things to come to fruition. Love it. Work. Oh, she's a graphic artist. I love that. Garden. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. Where's your bird? There it is. Oh, this makes me happy. Family. Family. Oh, I love that this family is different. I love it. Page of Pentacles. Youngin. Well, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yep. Steady, stable. Looks like a Taurus. Queen of Pentacles. I want to like keep her in my wallet. King of Pentacles. Wearing the pomegranate. Oh, these are grapes. Okay. This is very much the Taurus card, if you can tell. wonder what city that is. I have to look in the book. Oh, there it is. There's the everything is fine card. I was waiting for it. Yay. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did this cute little unboxing. I can't wait to kind of reshuffle these cards and get acquainted with them. I don't know if I'll be doing any readings with these, but if you get a notification that I've gone live again, you'll know why. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much. The couple of you that are still here. I will probably be seeing y'all tomorrow as I'll be going live at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time for my weekly live and free readings I love to do for everyone. Yeah, thank you so much, Cassandra, for coming by. Anybody else that's still here, thank you. Mwah. Much loves.